Yes, welcome back on our channel. There's three more matches in this IPL season and have been quite interesting ones as well. The one being the run fest that we have witnessed for the last couple of seasons, high scoring games. It was one of them that took place on Monday. While on Tuesday, it was a match that I think you could say at Vivo IPL times, those type of matches is what it was. And yesterday was again another run fest. But let's get at the first game directly. Let's dive into it. Unless you put to bat first, they really look good at batting perspective this time around. They really put on a good total. The Nicholas Puran finally got some runs under his belt, and he showed why he's regarded as one of major player in the franchisee teams that he plays for in all throughout all franchisee leagues. Why he's such an integral part of the team. Yes, he was didn't have that form. There were a lot of people who mentioned, oh, there are a lot of pundits as well who said, a couple of pundits who said, oh, this is why you shouldn't just leave international cricket and play, focus only on franchisee cricket. This is what happens. He did get a lot of comments, but I think from here on you can expect Nicholas Puran to explode. I think he's found his rhythm. If you see this innings as well, 63 of just 21 balls, which included 8 sixes. It's just some massive power hitting, and it's what Nicholas Puran was known for as well. We saw him last season, first half of IPL, he just exploded, belting all bowlers, and this is what he did this match as well. This MI bowling hasn't been as great as it's been on paper. We've mentioned it like literally almost every video that this MI bowling hasn't been the great at all. It has been below par, if I can put it that way. And the games that MI have won has been because of their batting masterclass, and that was what it was. But again, you look at let's look at the LSG innings first. Mitchell Marsh, he's been the one who's putting in the runs for LSG in and out. He's been doing it for the past couple of seasons now. Last season was when he became a pure batter in the IPL because of an injury, and he's been playing as a pure batter ever since. And he's just been putting in those numbers. I mean, he's been putting in this constant 30s, 40s, and that odd 50 as well. So, and that's what you expect from an opener as well. But in the previous matches, he wasn't getting any support from another end. But this time around, Nicholas put splendid innings, and Adam Markram as well were a decent knock. Yes, it was only at 124 strike rate, but it was a good knock of 31. And Himmat Singh as well. The partnership between both of them was really vital to put on such a big total, because they had lost about 5 wickets in a span of 40 odd runs, and they needed someone to build that partnership and finish that innings. And that's what these two did. Himmat Singh had a great debut, if I can put it that way. 40 runs in 31 balls. Yes, it is at a little slower rate, but when you have already had a big score on board, you were already 116 below. I think they were allowed to take that time. Yes, in the last 8 overs or so, they just scored about 68 runs. But when I think, to be honest, with the bowling attack that LSG have, it should have been enough. But this wasn't. It wasn't the case. I mean, this time the LSG bowlers had an off day, which has been rather lethal in the previous matches. It was the one that was saving face of LSG in the how many other matches recently. Mohammad Shami had been great. Prince Yadav was brilliant again. Yes, he didn't pick up any wicket, but he was brilliant with just an economy of eight. The rest was just built around the park. This Avesh Khan, he's just not it. We've seen him. He performs. He's so inconsistent in the IPL. He performs for like two matches and is never not seen for the next 4 5 games. And then again, he'll come in. His contributions are very minimal, and in throughout the season and in matches as well, which is a big concern, because when your team is backing you as main bowler of the team, you're expected. He's supposed to be the death specialist for LSG, and he hasn't been that bowler for them at all in this season, in for quite some time actually. Yes, he did perform against RCB, but that's the only time. he performs against, which does piss me off being an RCB fan. But if you look at neutral perspective, I mean, it's it's a big concern for LSG that they're backing him so much, but he's not being able to put the performances consistently, and it's a big concern for them as well. Siddharth picked up 2 wickets and went for 47 runs, but yeah, I think the bonus for this MI side was. Rohit Sharma being back. I didn't mention last video that MI also started being dependent on Rohit Sharma to give that start that he had been giving the season. They just looked in different touch, and it was again the same thing where we saw this against KKR as well when they chased down 200, 220 plus, if I'm not wrong, that game as well. It was the partnership between Rohit Sharma and Ryan Rickleton that really set the tone. They just blasted around, and then it was barely anything left for the batters coming in to do. And it was the same thing this time around as well. Ryan Rickleton and Rohit Sharma played an absolute monstrous innings. They had 15 sixes and 12 fours among them. That's just some brutal power hitting between this duo. And if Mumbai Indians need to succeed this season, it'll be banking on these two to do the heavy lifting for them as such, because the rest haven't been showing up. Bowlers, not many of them. No, really, no one has been showing up. Ashwini Kumar here and there. Allah Ghazanfar here and there. But other than that, even Bumrah looks offbeat this IPL, which is a big, big, big concern for this Mumbai side. Imagine a bowler of Bumrah's caliber. Are not able to perform, especially when your whole team is down. That really just dents a team's confidence, because your main bowler, the world's number one bowler, deadliest bowler across the world, bowler that every batsman fears, if he's not as deadly in this season, he's having an off season. That's not a good sign for a team, and especially a powerhouse like Mumbai Indians. They really need him to get back. They need to help him find his groove back. Yes, we didn't mention, oh, he's done so much for the Indian team, he's done so much for the Mumbai Indians team. Yes, we saw that way. Rohit Sharma has also done, Virat Kohli also done, but when he was in his bad patch, we didn't mention that they are in a bad patch and they need to step up. And it's the same thing for Bumrah as well. I get it, he's allowed to have that bad patch, but he needs to step up if he wants his team to put on a great bowling performance. He's the one who has to lead the pack, and the responsibility is on his shoulder. He likes it or not, that's what the scenario is for this Mumbai Indians bowling attack. Anyway, they got the 2 points in the bag, and they want to continue this momentum, because the season really hasn't been going their way. They're sitting what at the bottom of the, yeah, they're sitting on ninth with 3 wins and 7 losses. That is a rare off season for a side like Mumbai, especially with such a strong lineup. With none of them really performing is a huge, huge, huge concern. I mean, they're losing the support of their own fans walking out, their own owners are walking out on them. It's just such a sad sight. Imagine your own owners are walking out in the middle of a game. In some of your games, middle of a game, your owners are only walking out. That's when you have to say, just call it and say, pack it up, boys. It's done. It's honestly done right there. Now, moving on to the next match, we had the DC CSK. God knows what happens to DC when they play CSK, especially this season. They'll be flying so high. They'll be playing some good cricket. But then when they see CSK, they suddenly falter. This CSK side, I mean, the top order again, it's been a concern for this DC side from last season. I mean, KL Rahul has been putting in the performance in and out, but when he doesn't, the team doesn't just doesn't step up. There's no one in the top order that's been stepping up. In the start of the season, yes, Samir Rizvi was stepping up, and he had come up the order and he was stepping up. There was a match where KL Rahul was stepping up, but that wasn't the case this time around. There was literally no one who was stepping up for them, and that's when they really weren't able to put on that score. The only people who in this DC batting lineup was who tried to save some face were Tristan Stubbs and Samir Rizvi. I think Samir Rizvi found his touch back a little. He hit four sixes and hit 40 or 24 balls. That's a really good knock, but again, you need support from the other end. Tristan Stubbs hit a 38 of 31. You can't blame him. Their wickets just kept falling, and these guys needed to put on, stitch up partnership, soak it in, so that they put on some respectable total. The rest of the batting lineup was such a disappointment, and this bowling lineup as well. Akil Hussain and Noor Ahmed, they have just, I think they brought back CSK as they made their form has been really helpful for CSK ever since Akil Hussain came into the lineup, and Noor Ahmed has found his groove back. They really look like a competitive side, if I can put it that way. And they were horrible at the start of the season. But now, if you look at it, the Akil Hussain, Noor Ahmed, Sanju Samson with the bat. If you look at it, every game that CSK has won, it's Sanju Samson who's put in the performance of the bat. But I think barring one game, one of their wins, Sanju Samson has played a pivotal role in all of their wins. He has two centuries to his name, two half centuries as well, if I'm not wrong. But he is an integral part of the squad. I mean, if let's say they have to move on from Dhoni, which I have a feeling is going to happen next season itself, that Dhoni is just going to call it up because he hasn't played a game yet. He's just there for that brand image of CSK, according to me. He's just probably just chilling there. He's getting his salary, he's getting the amount in his purse, and he's just there for that brand image of CSK that they have. I think that more than Dhoni, it's probably the CSK management asking him to stay for the brand image. Again, I cannot tell much because I don't know what's happening there. I can just keep throwing in assumptions, but we never really know what the true picture is over there. But yeah, Sanju Samson, he is the step forward, I would say, to take in that shoes. He's been a really good captain. He's captained RR as well, to some of their successful campaigns of RR, the push to playoffs as well. He's been part of those as well, Sanju Samson. But again, this bowling lineup of CSK has really stepped up. You see, Anshul Kamboj, he had a rare off game, but otherwise he's made the main wicket taker. And like I mentioned, Jamie Overton as well. He's been bowling those crucial overs and picking up those wickets regular. He's giving them those regular breakthroughs as well. So it was an overall good performance by CSK in this game. And again, this time Karthik Sharma, I mentioned last time around that he has to put in another good performance and show consistency so that people say, okay, he wasn't really a flop for the price tag that he was bought for. And you can see that he's putting in those performances. He's seen the game through. This is the second time that he's not out in a chase, if I'm not wrong. And it's a really good sign for CSK. I mean, youngster, they did put in a lot of money. He didn't perform as much at the start of the season, but he's picking up, and that's good thing going forward for this team for the fight for the playoff spot. If you look at them, they're sixth right now, and they're just 2 points off the top four, and you never know how things are changing, especially the recent trend. The top four is just very wobbly. They've been in a bad patch. They've been losing games here and there, so you never know, especially in a tournament like IPL. You never know, things can go your way as well once you pick up momentum. So the CSK side will be looking to take it game by game and really pushing it. They have 4 games left, and out of the 4, they'll be looking to win at least 3 of them, so that they make it, give a good fighting chance for the playoffs. Anyway, moving on to the last game. of the three, that is SRH versus Punjab. God knows what happened to this Punjab side. Has this Punjab side started choking again? Is this what is it? Is this story of the all the seasons of Punjab that they've played? They play good cricket, they have a good team, and then they suddenly start choking. I mean, what is happening? They're 6 wins on the trot, and now they have lost three consecutive games. They have lost three consecutive games. What is happening when you see Punjab side? You saw last season. Oh, you expect this team to choke, but last season they proved you wrong. So it puts an image in your mind. Say, okay, next season they again. It's probably not the same side anymore. But is it changed? Has it? Are we sure it isn't? Because the trend right now, I mean, they have played 10 games. In that they won six, that was on the trot, and then they've lost three on the trot as well. And those, how many catches will you drop? It wasn't any difficult chance as well. And Shashank Singh, come on, man. He was six catches dropped in your name. Six catches in the tournament. That's not a small number. They say catches win you matches. And it shows as well. Yuzvendra Chahal was bowling so well yesterday, but there was no one who was backing up. There were three catches dropped in his ball in that innings. Three catches dropped. Two of Ishan Kishan, one of Henry Klassen. Both went on to score lovely 50s and put the reason why the total was so high as well. They missed a stumping chance as well. Why are they being so bad in the field? What has happened to this Punjab side? Why are they suddenly losing the plot? And when your fielding is down, it literally brings down the confidence of the bowlers. You're not taking those catches, there are misfields. It literally puts your bowlers down. The effort that the bowlers were putting in weren't being matched by the fielders. You need to take those catches and close it down, close the game down. Those catches, especially of batsmen like Klassen and Ishan Kishan, who can take your team apart, which they did. They took the team apart. You give them a chance and your finish is destruction. Especially against a team like SRH, who has such a destructive batting lineup. You've seen it over the past 2, 3 seasons now. They've destroyed teams on their day. And if you give them chances on top of it, you think they'll keep quiet. I don't get what has happened to this Punjab's fielding side. It's not that they don't have good fielders in their team. Shashank Singh is supposed to be safe hands. He's dropped six this season. Cooper Conley, an Australian. Australians are meant to be great fielders. He dropped a catch. Lockie Ferguson, New Zealand guys are exceptional on the field. God knows how he dropped the catch. It was I wasn't understanding what was happening out there in the field. Ricky Ponting put it really well. He was asked if it was the ring of lights that is affecting the catches. He put it really well. You do not give excuses for drop catches. Catches like that are meant to be taken, especially when you're already in position. You have to take it catches. You're a professional cricketer. These are the basic things that you have to do. Uh, this fielding department is really what's letting Punjab down. The three matches that they've lost as well is the fielding that has cost them more than anything. Uh, but if you look at their batting, yes, the top order did collapse, but what an effort by Cooper Conley at the bat. A brilliant 100 that involved eight sixes and seven fours. Yes, he dropped a catch in fielding, but I think you can say he made it up by that innings. But that innings was definitely made. What an innings he did! It was a one-man show, one man fight taken to SRH, and literally rest couldn't cope up. Match that innings. Marcus Stoinis, yes, put on 28 or 14. He did try. So did Suryan Shedge, who put on a good 50 the previous game of Punjab. But the rest really weren't able to put the pressure on. I don't. They saw 235 on board, and I think the pressure really crept in, and they weren't able to cope with it ever since the first over. They lost three wickets in the power play, 3 4 wickets. Yeah, they lost what? 3 wickets in the power play. By the seventh over, they've lost 4 wickets already. So they were losing wickets at constant intervals, and that really broke their flow. This SRH bowling lineup, you have to really appreciate it. Hats off to them, man, because no one expected this bowling lineup to be this good. It's been exceptional this season. I was one of them who said this SRH doesn't have a bowling lineup to make it to the playoffs, but this surprise bowling attack and the way they've been batting is the reason why they're sitting at the top of the table. They're sitting at the top of the table for a reason, and it's because the unsung heroes are these is this bowling lineup. They've been bowling really well. They've been boosted by the return of Pat Cummins. You saw his spells on 4 overs, picked up 2 wickets. He's just been this bowling lineup has been really good. Nitish Kumar Reddy as well. He's been putting in those performances with the ball, with the bat. You see everyone performing in the team. Ishan Malinga has been the go-to bowler for this SRH side. He's been picking up wickets constantly. He's the highest wicket taker for SRH as well. So this bowling lineup has been really good for this SRSI. Saqib Hussain, ever since he's come in, he's just been exceptional. He's been picking up wickets regularly. He picked up a wicket yesterday as well. So it's been a really good sign for SRH when they're powerful destructive batting is been supported by these bowling efforts as well. It gives a lot of confidence to the team that their efforts are being complemented by all departments. And what Punjab didn't do, SRH definitely did. They took catches, and that's exactly why they won the match. Catches definitely win you matches. The saying is there for a reason. It's been proven hundreds of times, and it should be ingrained in the heads of all cricketers that you should take those catches, especially in important moments. Those are the turning points. Imagine 100 runs. What difference it could be made? Yes, some other batter could have come and scored, but it would probably be 30, 40 runs less. And your bowlers deserve that for the efforts they were putting. So, I mean, that's all I have to say. Punjab really need to work on the fielding department. Shashank Singh, go take 100 odd catches, 500 odd catches, till you get your confidence back and start picking those catches. It's really important for your side. He rarely gets a batting chance, but when he does, he's not been capitalizing it this season as well. Yes, with the ball, he's been picking up a couple of wickets, but otherwise, he's not. He's been really off this season. I say Shashank Singh, but I think that's all that's there. Interestingly, boys, if Punjab really want to stick to the top two, they need to just go back, recalibrate. Think the main department that they need to work with is the fielding department, and the stop order needs to get back on their feet and say, okay, we need to put in those performances and get back team back on track. That's what should be done for this Punjab side. SR should be looking to just carry this momentum. The teams on the bottom of the table, your LSG and MI, will be looking to just make it a chance, not rule, so that they aren't ruled out in the race just yet. They will look to make the IPL more interesting. Every team will be looking to take it game by game. We have LSG versus RCB coming up today. In Lucknow itself, it's going to be an interesting match as well, because Lucknow hasn't won a game against RCB in Lucknow ever since they've been in the IPL. We saw in Chinnaswamy that RCB had never beaten LSG in Chinnaswamy, but they did. So you never know. LSG can break history, finally win a game, or RCB just get back from that match that they lost and put in a dominant performance. You never know. Me being an RCB fan would obviously wish that RCB absolutely dominate and demolish the opposition, and win the match handsomely. But again, neutral perspective, good games of cricket is what you look forward to, and there are definitely going to be many more. The season ain't over yet. There's still a lot of matches to go. Yes, we're getting to the end of the league stage, but there's still quite a number of matches left. I think about 2 weeks of cricket left. Still two weeks of league stage left, and then we'll be off into the playoffs. So it's still this is the interesting phase of the tournament where the pressure mounts, pressure levels are at the highest. These are battles are intense, intense tests for both the batsmen and bowlers. This is when your performance should peak up for the team. You want your players to peak their performance at this moment. And a team that does it the best is that goes on to the playoffs, and more times than not go on to win the IPL. Anyways, as long as cricket is there, you all know it by now that as long as cricket is there, we are there. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you until the next video.